Okay guys, so the first thing, we're going to create our slip knot the way I showed you yesterday. Hold it, pull. Alright, and now we need to chain 4. So remember, hold it there, wrap, pull through 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, now we need to do a slip stitch. When you read patterns, slip stitch is usually abbreviated with the letters SS for obvious reasons. Slip S, stitch S. Alright, so a slip stitch is basically you're going to go into, in this case, we're going to go into this first chain that we made. Okay, so I'm going to come around like this and I'm going to go into it like that. So I'm just splitting the chain like I did yesterday when we were making the single crochet and the double crochet. Split the chain, okay, and then we wrap and bring it through. Okay, so now we basically have like this little circle because we connected both ends. Alright, so now we're going to chain 3. So wrap 1, 2, 3, and now we need to make 14 double crochets. Okay, by the way, you might be thinking, why 14? Well, this whole row is going to really be considered to have 15 double crochets, but this chain 3 that we just did, that's going to represent and take the place of a double crochet. Okay, so you can really count this as 1. Alright, now for the double crochets. Yesterday I was showing you to go into the stitch, right? We went in the center of we wrapped and then went into the center of the chain. This is a little bit different. The double crochet is the same, but where we're going to go is a little bit different. So you see how when we did the slip stitch, we got that little, we made a little circle and have the hole. That's where we're going to go. So we're going to wrap, that's the same. And then in terms of where to go, we're not going to go into any of the chain stitches, we're going to go in that hole. And then we're going to wrap, okay, wrap, pull through. Once again, we have, just like yesterday, 3 loops, right, on our hook. So we wrap. How many are we going to go through? Yes, 2. 1, 2, wrap, 1, 2. And now we just made a double crochet. Okay, let's do another one. Wrap, go in that hole, wrap, bring it through. 3 loops, wrap, go through 2, wrap, go through 2. Okay, wrap, go in that hole, wrap, bring it through, wrap, go through 2, wrap, go through 2. And as you saw, sometimes your yarn will split. It's okay, just try to readjust it so that it's no longer splitting. Okay, so I've created 1, 2, 3 double crochets, and remember this chain 3 at the beginning counts as a double crochet. So technically I have 4 double crochets so far. So wrap, go in the hole, wrap, bring it out, wrap, go through 2, wrap, go through 2. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochets, not counting that chain 3. Alright, so we need 14, so let's get moving. I'm kind of slowing down now. Alright, so I'm going to adjust this, pull it over a little bit that way to give myself more room so you can more clearly see the hole now where we're going in, and we're just going to continue to make double crochets all around. Okay, so we have 4 double crochets that we've actually made. We have 10 more to go. Alright, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And let me count to make sure that I have 15 total when I include that chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And so we made the 14 double crochets, and then this chain 3 is the 15. So let me double check again because I like to make sure my math is right. Alright, so 1, that's the chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, yes. So now we have all the stitches for this row, okay? And now we need to do a slip stitch, okay? So remember the slip stitch before was just when you go in the chain in the center of it, wrap and pull through. With this chain 3 up here, I like to go into the second one. So here's the first chain that we made right there, and then the second one. That's just where I like to go in. So you don't wrap with the slip stitch, you go in, okay, wrap, pull through, and come through like that. Alrighty, and that completes that loop. What do you guys think we're going to do next? Because we're on the next row. Yes, we're going to chain 3 again. So 1, 2, 3. Okay? Notice how this chain 3 is directly over that chain 3. Okay? Alright, so now this is what they call an increase row. We have to add more stitches, right? If we don't, we're always gonna be at this this size circle, right? Well, it'll never get bigger. Let me show you with this example. So basically this circle that you see right here is this one. Okay? That's that circle basically. And the next row we have to increase so that the circle gets bigger. And we do a certain number of increase rows depending on how big you want your project to be. So this next row is what we call an increase row. Alrighty, so we chain 3, and then we have to do a double crochet in the same stitch. Okay, so when you look at this, this is the chain 3 from the former row. This is the next stitch. We have to do a double crochet in that same stitch. So we, not that one, but that one, that chain 3. So we're going to wrap, and we're going to go in that top of the chain 3. So in that same chain, okay, wrap, pull it through, wrap, go through 2, wrap, go through 2. Okay. So we did a double crochet in that same stitch. Once again, notice it's in that chain from the previous row, that chain 3. It's not in that first double crochet we made because it's at the same stitch. Alright, now we're going to put 2 double crochets in every single stitch. So wrap, and now the difference, let me show you this, because we're no longer working with chains, we're crocheting into double crochets. So whenever you crochet into a double crochet or a single crochet, you go through, see how each of these stitches has like that top piece? You go through it that way, okay? So we're not splitting the chain like before. You kind of go, look at these stitches, each of these stitches is having tops, okay? And you're gonna basically kind of like slice the top in a way. Go through it, okay? So let me just show you. So wrap, since it's a double crochet, wrap, and go through like that. Wrap, pull through, wrap, go through 2, wrap, go through 2. Okay, and it said put 2 double crochets in each stitch, so we got to put another one in there in that same spot. So wrap, go through, wrap, pull through, wrap, go through 2, wrap, go through 2. Again, next stitch we got to go through that top. So wrap, kind of like slice the top of the cake. It's like almost like you're slicing the icing off of a piece of cake, like that. See how I went completely through the top of it? Okay. Now we wrap, pull through, wrap, go through 2, wrap, go through 2. Don't forget, we got to put 2 double crochets in every stitch. So wrap, go through 2, wrap, go through 2. Okay, next stitch, wrap, slice the top, whoosh, wrap, pull through, wrap, go through 2, wrap, go through 2. Alright, so I'm going to keep working until I get back around, and until I've put 2 double crochets in every stitch. My yarn is splitting a lot, so I have to make the necessary adjustments. Alright. See how it's split there? So all you need to do when it splits, because that technically that extra piece should be with that group, right? So just bring it over. It basically wanted to make its own separate entrance by itself, so allow it. And then you pull, I'm pulling extra yarn out, giving me some slack basically. And yeah, I'm just going to continue with this. So through the top. Still don't know if you guys are getting a good view of that top. Okay, so that's the top of the stitch. I'm sliding through it. You see that? And that's what the back looks like. Okay, sliding through the top, and I'm pulling that through. Sometimes I like to just count in my, like out loud, 1, in the same stitch, 2. Of course you can do it in your head too, but if you get to thinking about other things, you could get distracted and lose your count. 1. This yarn is really splitting. 2. 1. 2. Alright, so look at this. Now you always want to know exactly what's going on. Here's that chain 3 from the row below, okay? And here's the last stitch on that row. So we know that we're at now our last stitch that we need to put 2 double crochets in. 2. Okay, so let's do it. Wrap, go through the top, that top. Okay, wrap, pull through. Alrighty, so now we've completed another row, and you see it has gotten bigger, and we need to get to the next row, right? That third row. So how do we do that, guys? Yes, we have to do a slip stitch. So here's that chain 3, right? 1, 2, 3. We're going to go in the second one, and then we're going to wrap, pull it through, and then go through like that. Okay, I'm not sure if that was blurry, so I'll undo it and take it again, try to do it again for you. Okay, so we go in that second stitch, wrap, pull through, and then pull through like that. And now we're going to chain 3. So think about it. If we had a total of 15 stitches, so remember we did 14 double crochets, but if we count that first chain 3, which represents a double crochet. That's 15 double crochets in this round, the first round. The second round, or second row, if we put 2 double crochets in every stitch, then that means we should have a total of 30 double crochets. Okay. So make sure you count your number of stitches, because you really need to know how many stitches you have, because it will make a difference in terms of how your project comes out. Alright, let's do one more row. So we chain 3, and now the pattern says 2 double crochet in next stitch. Okay, so this is the chain 3 from the row below and the chain 3 above it, but it said 2 double crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so we're not gonna double crochet in the same stitch this time. It said next stitch. So wrap, go in, put 2 double crochets, wrap, go in, put that second double crochet. Okay, and this is basically going to be the pattern for this one. So remember, this first chain 3, it serves as a double crochet, so that's going to be the pattern. It's going to be 1 double crochet in one stitch, in the next stitch put 2, 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochet in the one thereafter. So you can already see the pattern. It's 1 2 1 2. Okay, so with the previous row we did a significant increase. We essentially doubled the number of stitches. With this row we're not doubling the number of stitches from the previous row, right? We're kind of like doing a half double, if you will. So this row had 15, this row had 30, this row will have 45, because we're only adding 15 stitches versus 30. Alright, so you'll just continue that on around. So 1, and this is when I'll really start saying it out loud, or thinking it. 1 and then 2. And the 2 is telling me to put 2 double crochets in that stitch. 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 2 double crochets in the one thereafter, 1 double crochet, next stitch, 2 double crochets in the one thereafter, 1 double crochet, the next stitch, 2 double crochets, and it splits, so I just take it out, pull, and start again. 2 double crochets and the one thereafter. Alright guys, so just continue on as such, get all the way back around, and then I'll meet you there.